Ghost stories, strange noises, unexplained sightings, all have been around for more than a century. The shadow people that live inside sleep paralysis. Welcome back, and it's Oon. Along with me tonight, I have Taylot and the Shy Guy. For more of a hauntingly good episode, have you ever been ghosted? Join us for a discussion about the veil and what lies beyond it.
I only know a few ghost stories I can really kind of that are notable around here in our area. One is the legend of the White Lady. You guys have heard of that one, right?
I have.
Yeah. Pretty popular.
Yeah. No, it's not. Yeah, popular. She's not just. It's not just that her skin's white, but I think the dress was also white.
And
right?
also,
It was.
So,
go ahead.
Carrie was actually based off of the White Lady. I don't know if you guys have seen Carrie or not, but basically, at some point in the movie, she gets drenched in pig blood or something like that. So, same thing for the White Lady. She just got drenched with milk at her local high school, and then you see her in the canyon or something like that.
Was it at least like whole milk or?
Oh no, it was
no. Yeah,
it was stuff.
Oh, it was skim, huh?
It was the healthy one.
It made her dress skim tight, bruh.
It was the first iteration of almond milk.
This is nuts.
Good that is. Good drive for nuts, yeah.
No, but anyway, yeah. So she's up at that mine up Spring Canyon.
Spring Canyon.
Yeah, and her husband worked up in the mine there, and there was a serious. Was it just a collapse, or was it an explosion? Is that what it was up there?
Explosion, yeah.
Yeah, an explosion up there, and her husband perished. But apparently, a lot of people have said they've seen apparitions, or maybe just these stories have been passed along. I don't even know. I can't date when this story first started appearing, or when I heard it, or anything. I probably heard it over 10 years ago or something for the first time.
It was old. It was in the 1920s.
1920s, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, I've also heard little ones here and there. Another one being what was it, the floral store? We were just talking about this not very long ago.
Yeah, Price Floral.
Yeah, that there's supposed to be something living down in the basement, or
living, or just haunting,
chilling.
Haunting.
That's why it gets cold when you're around spirits, because they just be chilling.
It's cold down here.
God, it's not even a good cold. It's a wet cold. No.
Oh,
it's moist.
Cold. That's the worst. When your eyebrows start freezing.
I've only heard a few things there, but with it being what I've heard is there used to be the mob or whatever around here, and then
right.
What was the one dude? I can't remember. It was way before my time when he disappeared, but apparently he just disappeared out of nowhere.
Stop. Joe Santee.
The Last Airbender.
Joe Santee that owned the Price Theater, and everybody speculated that because he just disappeared, that he was buried in the basement there.
I've heard there's a tunnel system. You just not.
There is a tunnel system. So it starts.
Shawshank Redemption in this place.
Huh?
Did he Shawshank Redemption in this place?
No. No, he didn't. He's dead.
Fair enough.
He's probably buried under there, spoon in hand.
The tunnel system started right at Country Lanes. As far as Price, yeah. and then goes all the way up to Smith.
Like
Dang.
Disneyland here.
Yeah, it was, they did that for bootlegging because, alcohol's bad.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know. One thing I have that's like a more personal experience anyway is when I was in that red house where Miss Guadalnali used to live,
Oh, I love Mrs. Guadalnali.
Not just every now and then, like very rarely, only a few times I can actually count, but I would hear like weird chuckling or like I would hear my name whispered, but it was almost like right in my ear.
That was me. I was just being a voyeur.
You were being a lawyer?
Yeah.
He was astral projecting. Yeah.
Thank
you
you,
did
Taylor.
the Donnie Darko. Okay.
Yeah.
That explains the bunny suit.
Darian. Okay, weird anomalies.
Where when you poop in your dreams, you poop in real life.
Do you?
Dude, it just chills up my spine. Guess you're that.
That's a good dump if you're getting chills up the spine.
Oh, man, dude, the toe curlers, you try to stand up off the pot and your legs are absolutely asleep and you slam back down to the cold bathroom floor, sweat dripping out your forehead. Good stuff. Yeah.
I could only imagine it now because
it feels like you're halfway to heaven.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean,
maybe that's what it is. I just asked for a projected, and I saw myself, and I was like, Darian?
Yeah, dude, you were astral projecting to yourself in the past or in the future.
I've done that a couple times. Wait, not on the toilet, though.
No, there's more. Just right in your ear. Don't get up, there's more.
You ignore it, get up, pull your pants up, didn't even wipe. Really forgot about it. And then you spit your pants while you're washing your hands. Yeah.
Oh, God. I'm going to have to turn these inside out now. Yeah.
I do it all the time.
It is always super strange when you get like whispers in your ear and there's no one around.
Oh, so you've had something.
Yeah.
Taylor Tots, you have?
Yeah, I have had a personal experience with this.
Okay, go ahead.
So like, I lived at my grandparents' house in high school and stuff like that. But yeah, I was like
here or where were you?
In Colorado, yeah.
Okay, Colorado. All right.
But I was watching, like, playing on my phone, watching YouTube or whatever, and then like I very distinctly heard like "turn it off," whispered very clearly in my ear, and I was
that was your grandparents.
Well, that's what I thought. So I slowly turned my head to look to see like who was standing, and there was no one there. And then so I kind of just like turned off my screen and set my phone down, trying to process. Oh, what just happened, And then my grandma walked into my room and stuff, and then left, and I was like, "Wow, that was weird." Crazy.
Okay, Darian, go ahead.
No, other than that, I haven't really experienced anything too weird. Like I did hear like a random bang, but that could be whatever. It could be anything. But the weird whisper in the ear thing, that I don't know. It could have just been my brain or whatever tricking myself, but it really
or Peter Pan.
Well, either way, it like
triggers.
It triggers like a fight or flight type response because you're like, oh, what?
Wait, you think that's what it spawns though? Like the flight or flight?
Well, when you're sitting there alone and you hear it right in your ear,
it definitely like heightens your senses.
Yeah.
Makes you aware of every single.
I have never experienced that.
Oh, I'm not saying like I'm jumping up and I'm starting to swing and shit. Or I'm running out the door. But no, it peaks your ears up, I guess, if you want to use that. Like you're like, oh,
So you're
that's-
conscious awakening.
Yeah.
It lets you see everything in true color. Like you're taking off the 3D glasses, the movie theater.
Shut up.
It's actually the reverse of that. Sorry, it's like when you're
Oh.
watching a 3D movie and it's
Mhm.
all blurry and it looks like crap, and then you put on the glasses. Just like that.
Yeah.
Some Dolby speakers blaring in your ears. You can hear
Oh.
every part that isn't a one.
Perfect analogy.
No, but
Something that I've experienced, which isn't like too crazy or anything like that. You could also chalk it up to different things probably. But like, I get a lot of tapping on my wall when, like, even now, it's happened since I lived with my grandparents and stuff like that. But
Wait,
even now, like,
so you think it followed you?
it potentially? I
Okay.
don't know. I don't have an explanation to it, but like,
It's a mouse.
this mouse has just lived with me for years and years.
Well,
And
it follows you
yeah, it's
around.
like the Cinderella thing, dude.
I'm just missing my glass slippers as well.
Yeah, how do those little guys sound?
Oh gosh,
That's the wrong.
wrong mouse. Sorry.
Okay, we're gonna go see. We're gonna go find Taylor. Do you
Oh,
guys
wait.
want to come with me?
Wasn't that Gussie Gus?
Gussie
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I don't know. Other than that, like I haven't seen what you would call like real crazy paranormal stuff, like books flying off shelves, or like weird yelling or footsteps, I guess, and nothing like that. But what's weird is because I've never heard of any ghost stories really coming out of the Helper bowling alley, and that's where Ghost Adventures went last time they were in Utah. Was they went to two places in Helper. They went to the bowling alley, and then they went to it used to be like a nightclub or something like that.
It was a cat house.
But maybe the cat house where it's all like torn apart. Maybe, I guess. Sure, I don't know, but like the bowling alley still being open, I've never heard any stories about that whatsoever. So, and then out of nowhere, she's like, "Oh yeah, I got the ghost tried to hit me with this. What was it?
A tray.
Yeah,
or
it was like a tray or something in the kitchen. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay.
It was Jake Paul when he visited.
Jake Paul.
Watch out!
It did. It was like 2016 or something like that. Jake Paul came to Helper and ate at the Balance Rock and stuff like that. Yeah, he just snuck over to the bowling alley and smacked someone in the back of the head with a tray.
He had the sloppy jalopy.
Oh
No, but going back to the white lady, Darian, you know I'm a skeptic and I don't believe in this nonsense. I was with some people and we went up to Spring Canyon to see the white lady.
You
I
got
think it
there
was-
and all you saw was a black lady.
No, I didn't see anything. But it was like October, but it was like raining. And so you had the fog down there. And the people I was with were like, "Oh no, she's real." And I'm like, "Oh, leave me out. Let me out. And I will walk down the canyon." Because, I wasn't scared. They were acting scared. And so they left me and I walked out of the canyon. I didn't see a goddamn thing. Not one. It's kind of weird that those people would believe that story. And I'm like, yeah, there's nothing there.
Yeah.
It's like the Price Theater too, when I worked there and everybody's like, no, it's haunted. It's haunted. I'd stay late and I'd throw the Oppo up and hook it to the projector and watch The Shining by myself at like 3:00 in the morning. Didn't see anything.
Yeah, that's fair.
Well, except for you saw a dick get killed, probably.
Who?
I said you probably saw a dick get killed, though. No, I
It
don't
is
know.
weird how it works on the subconscious and the mind. So when somebody tells you like, oh, ghosts are real, they're real. You know,
Well,
I've
I
never
feel
experienced
like
it.
your brain might play more tricks on you though when you are alone in a setting. So
No,
I could probably agree with that for sure.
yeah,
What's
you're right.
weird is like the TV shows, just like Ghost Adventures coming down here, and they go off to all sorts of weird places, and they're really not like my favorite ghost team or whatever. If I choose to watch ghost stuff,
Yeah, it's taps.
I haven't even heard of that one.
Oh, I used to watch it, and I made you watch it too. You just don't remember.
Ghost Facers.
No, taps.
Well, I'm talking about Ghost Facers from Supernatural.
Oh, okay. Good.
That's what I feel like a lot of them end up looking like some of the time. Or like that's an over dramatized version of it, but there is some stuff I've seen on YouTube, and maybe it could be like really good editing, and my eyes can't catch it.
It is.
But I don't know. The stuff is there, and it seems legit enough to me with the knowledge I have about being able to actually debunk videos like that. So to me, it's just like, oh, I don't know, that's weird. Like there was one, and it was by these guys on Mindseed TV on YouTube. And they go into this guy's house, and that's the thing. They just go into people's houses as well. Like people reach out to them and whatnot. And this guy, he was having like some very like demonic type. So it was just like violent activity, I guess. And
Poltergeist.
yeah, and you see this like big piano go flying across this floor in this house. It goes flying at the guys.
Yeah, but does it look real, or do you think it was edited?
I mean, they could edit it,
like,
but that's what I'm saying. Their budget's not gonna like. It would be very hard to put that much money into production for a single video. I would feel. But then again,
tell me if you think this is edited.
What are you talking about, Valley Girl? Just
let me know if you think Siren Head is real. Yeah.
Siren Head walking down the main street.
Oh, I hate that dude. I do.
Yeah. No, that
like I can't.
That guy's something else. That guy's something else. Like
great.
The thing is with that guy, like you're getting stuff that is for sure not true. You're telling me it's like a 70-foot thing that's got thin limbs that has like multiple sirens on its head. For one, why would that thing like be some kind of ancient creature? It has modern day shit on its head. It's a siren.
I don't know, but it is out there, and we have video proof and/or stories.
It was recorded on my Motorola Razr. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to take out my 4K camera in time to record, but let me know what you think of the quality production below. Yeah.
Subscribe.
I think his content is more, or at least some of it, like the Siren Head stuff like that. It's more directed towards like a younger audience.
No, absolutely.
Yeah, more as like
or
an
uneducated audience, honestly. Come on. Like, hey.
No, there's probably a couple like 30-year-olds that are like, God, man, I can't believe. Did you guys see that thing on Siren Head? Yeah. That's why I'm scared to go camping. Like, there's got to be at least like one or two, right? There's got to be.
From what I understand with Siren Head, it was a created thing.
Yeah, it was a creepypasta, probably.
It was basically.
What the hell is a creepypasta?
It's like a scary story.
Yeah, it's just an internet scary story that's reshared and stuff.
Same with Slenderman. Slenderman was completely fabricated.
Bullshit. Yes.
It was completely fabricated to be a spooky story type thing, and then it just blew
And
up.
then people fed into it.
Yeah, there was actually those young girls that
Killed. Or
No,
no,
she
they
lived.
didn't. They didn't. She lived. Yeah. They
Yeah.
stabbed her.
They
Yeah,
had
and then they were like, oh, they have mental issues, and I don't know, dude. It's just like, okay, maybe, sure, but right after they did it, they were like, oh crap, this was bad. We got caught. Wow, I
Yeah.
feel terrible. You got caught.
Mm,
I don't know, because they were convinced that Slenderman was they were scared of Slenderman because they thought Slenderman was real and they needed to sacrifice this girl to appease him, or Slenderman was
Right.
going to go and kill
Right.
their families. But then you see the narrative change. Like they said different things on
I mean, that's
multiple
probably-
different points in the interview.
They did. They
They
did.
just-
at that point,
Yep.
it's probably just like
They did it and they were trying to cover their ass.
they're trying to like it. It could have been like a lawyer talking to them to tell them to
Right.
Like I
Yeah.
don't know what happened behind closed doors, but it's just
Right.
crazy that they went
Yeah.
far. enough
Why
to
would
do something like
Why
that.
would you try
They were
and
young.
stab your friend?
They
Why
were
would you
extremely young.
again? But why would you try and stab a friend?
It's possible they believed into it, but yeah, it's absolutely crazy and absurd, but it's just weird.
It is absurd.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't both of them either. Yeah, I think it was one of them, and the one that maybe believed more
Convinced-
into it, convinced the other one, or
Yeah.
had something over her head, and that's what I think. Because it always starts with like one person more into it than another, and then is able to
Being
persuade more people
convinced.
into it.
Being
Yeah.
convinced.
Uh,
It's like a cult ideology. It's almost like religion. I'm not going to bring that up though.
Well, yeah, but you see it like all the time. People do these weird murders or whatever.
Hold on, we're getting way off topic from the ghosts, but we're going
Well-
we're going into psychology here.
Well, ghosts have to be dead, so
No. So between you two, and I'm asking you this, what do you think why a person would be convinced into an ideology or a weird mindscape to where they're not even thinking for themselves? They're almost like lemmings. They're like going with the herd.
Yeah. I mean, some
because
people
it's
are.
easier.
Yeah, some people. it's
Is it?
easier for them to blindly follow another person than to think for themselves.
Mm.
It's less dangerous.
Okay.
Also, like the people who end up persuading other people to do things,
They are
are
thinking
very
for themselves.
persuasive. They're very, very persuasive, and they're able to get into the minds of the person they're trying to persuade and make it sound like a great idea over time.
hmm
Mm.
You know,
Okay.
Well, and most of the people are also they're in vulnerable situations, either like
So they're
Financially-
morons.
mentally. Well, no, they could just be like mentally distraught. Like they could have just. Well, think about it for if you want to use religion. If somebody just had somebody pass away and they aren't
Mhm.
necessarily religious beforehand, they could, like, if they wanted to explore it, they could. Like
Yeah.
people do it that way. It's just a lot weirder when it is like something like a cult, where it's like, hey, there's a spaceship behind the moon, and
well,
yep, yeah,
the way it seems to start is like you say stuff that's pretty reasonable. So like, not
Oh.
necessarily like kind of like the Andrew Tate effect here. He started off really reasonable and saying stuff that were maybe controversial, but people agreed with. And then over time, he just got more wacky with it.
oh,
So
like
then-
Hitler.
Yeah.
Alex Jones.
But like, yeah, you can start off super reasonable and then just progressively get real crazy with it.
I don't know.
Yeah. Well,
So I think the weird thing is with ghosts though, like how I guess you could. I think it's a lot harder to try to convince somebody that has never actually seen or heard something.
Right.
I suppose.
no, you're right.
Whereas, like,
it's
yeah, you
your
could look at some
experience.
videos and stuff, and you'd think they're really weird. But once you have like something that has
You're-
happened that you do
and
think could be
Exper-
paranormal,
Well, with Taylor, with the tapping and the whisper,
tapping on my bedroom door or on my chamber door.
Ed,
Nevermore.
Edgar Allan Poe. Yeah, I've never experienced that.
I don't know. The tapping has just happened for years, and there's been times even recently, like a month or two ago, just tapping, like nonstop, and then I'll open my eyes, and then it stops immediately, and it's like, what?
So do you think
What's that?
maybe you're like in a dream state or something?
No, it's definitely not a dream state, because it'll happen while I'm awake as well. I could be scrolling through my phone it usually happens.
Darian, stop.
in bed.
Don't even do that.
But yeah, it's
Do what?
just something weird. I don't know if you could attribute it to like the paranormal. Yeah, we couldn't. I don't know if you can attribute it to that or not, but it's just something
So
I haven't been able to explain.
has your wife heard this too, or is it just you?
It just happens when I'm alone. So like I'll be alone in my apartment and stuff. And
So you're crazy.
This ghost wants to smash.
no. Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. It's nothing like too crazy. Like I saw a figure walking through, going to the bathroom at 3 a.m. one night. You know,
It had horns and it left a big dookie in there.
a spooky dookie.
Yeah, the dookie had horns.
Yeah. No, it's nothing like crazy, but yeah, I just haven't been able to explain it, and it's just happened when I've been alone. So
Just when you're by yourself.
yeah, by myself.
Okay, let me ask you guys. What do you think about Ouija boards?
I think it's a load of crap.
Thank you. It is bullshit.
Yeah, I don't think Ouija boards. The thing that's skeptical with like the Ouija board is everyone has to put their hand on it
Mm-hmm.
to make
Yeah,
it.
bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was really, a way to communicate with ghosts or demons or whatever.
Whatever. Yeah.
So they'd be able to move it by itself. They wouldn't need our hands on it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you got 4 people's hands on there. You got like Uncle Jared in the corner. He's maybe not doing all right. And then you guys you shut your eyes and you're waiting for it to move. And then you're opening them back up. You feel it move. And then Uncle Jared's having a seizure.
He's trying to find the soft spot on your head and just push it in.
Shut up. Jesus Christ.
You see, the ghosts are here. You hear them? Look, he's writing out a message.
Let's just smooth out that brain matter. It's looking a little wrinkly. I don't know. The other thing is when people have like video evidence, quote, of apparitions, I feel like they show it's like a silhouette of a person some of the time, but then other times it's like little orbs of light, or it almost just looks like really reflective dust or something.
Yeah,
like
I don't know.
in everything I've seen, like it's
I don't know
never
if
consistent.
Yeah, it is never consistent. I don't know how to explain those.
It's dust. That's what it is. And you got the lighting right. People are taking their cameras.
Another thing with like apparitions and stuff like that, your mind kind of plays tricks on you too. Like, what can you actually trust? Especially
No.
Yeah, that's true.
Thank you.
Overnight.
Thank you.
Like, oh, I stayed up all night and recorded and walked around this haunted house and I saw some crazy stuff. Like, I don't know if you guys have had it or not, but if I've been driving for a long time or
You're
like
sleep deprived.
yeah, you're sleep deprived. It's dark
Yeah.
outside. You see stuff running across the road or on the side of the road, and it's
KJ?
just strange. It's just like there's people that have like a name for it, the shadow figures or something like that.
Oh yeah,
So,
yeah.
the
I've
shadow
actually,
people.
I've heard
Oh.
people see them. A lot of the times, either when they're getting, or like they're
Ready
coming
for
down
bed
from a high.
when No.
No,
What do you
like,
mean, a high?
like off of heroin or meth. Like they see it when they're I don't know if it's when they're coming down or when they're.
No. That's
Can you contest to this?
I can.
So you've done heroin or meth?
No, I've never done neither one of them. But it's going to sleep, and it's that REM state where you're half awake and half conscious, and people will say, "Oh, I seen a shadow person."
No, these people are fully conscious though.
No, they're not. They're on heroin.
He's got you there. He's got you there.
No, I said meth too. That counteracts it. That meets back in the middle.
Okay, Darian. All right. I've shared this story with you before. And
I understand the REM sleep thing. Like I've had, sleep paralysis before.
Sleep paralysis.
No, I love it. It's amazing.
You love it.
No, you see some weird shit in your brain.
You for sure do, but I'm not a huge fan of it. It's not great.
What, you got scared? That's where you see the shadow people.
Yeah, not scared, but it's just a weird state to be in.
Get comfortable. Ride the wave.
Because you can't move.
No, you can't. You can't.
Stuck there. But yeah, it happened to me at a casino once actually, so it was really strange.
Where did it happen?
A casino, and I was watching YouTube videos about different things about casinos and stuff, and it was on autoplay.
Okay, and you fell asleep.
Well, yeah,
but
I fell asleep, but
your body fell asleep, but you were still conscious.
Yeah, at some point, or I became conscious again in the middle of the night or something like that. I don't know. But the point is, I was awake, but I couldn't move, and the video that was playing was talking about suicides happen a lot at casinos. So it was really talking about the dark things that happen at casinos that you don't really hear about, I guess.
It's called losing your money.
Well, yeah. Well, some people, it was talking about some people, they get so depressed, they're just like, yeah, screw it. Go to the casino. If I win, I'll leave and go home. If I lose, I'll just, end it here. Which is crazy. It's just super sad and depressing. But yeah, so that was the stuff that was going on in my earbuds. Just dark stories about casinos, dark things that have happened. And
that is crazy. That's crazy. But you had that paralysis thing going on with you.
Yeah, for sure.
Really okay. Darian, can I?
The shadow people.
You did see him?
Yeah. Yeah, it was real weird. There was a silhouette of a figure, but it wasn't moving or anything like that. It was just strange. Also, mirrors. Mirrors are kind of weird.
Whatever, I love my mirror.
In that sleep paralysis state.
Oh, gotcha.
Looking in the mirror is real strange. Because there's a huge mirror on the wall because of the casino. People like to watch themselves when they sleep. Do other activities for sure.
I do that all the time.
Yeah, why not?
I'm a vain person.
Dang, I don't know. That's a real eye opener because I have a mirror on my bathroom door so I can see myself when I'm on the toilet. I guess.
Shut up, Darian.
I'm not joking. There's a freaking mirror.
No, I know you're not joking.
So I'm just.
Right back to the toilets. I see this episode.
He's just reeling us in until we're flushed.
Yeah.
Exactly. Well, we were talking about mirrors.
Oh, hold on. No, I want to share a story. And
is it toilets or mirrors?
No, if I have your permission, though, because we're talking about these weird anomalies within sleep. I think he was only 4. Can I tell the story or no?
Are you asking for my blessing?
I guess if he doesn't like the story, you can just edit it out, right?
No, he can. But it was so bizarre because, people are weird when they sleep, and that's why you have the paralysis. Yeah. So you don't act out your dreams. But I was still, Darian was only 4, almost 5. And he was sleepwalking. And he walked out the door, came to the front door, and he's just banging on it like a mindless zombie. Like, what the who's here? And my brother just sent me, some prop, stupid, no, some prop samurai swords. And I grab it and I go to the door and I open it up. I'm like, God damn it, Darren. What are you doing? And he's just crying, banging on the door. I'm like, okay. Why wasn't the back door locked? Maybe it was, but he was sleepwalking. Do you remember that?
Do I remember that?
I'm
No.
going to say no.
I remember being told this story,
Oh, it's the greatest story ever.
but
It's very strange. Dude, there's getting a little bit away from the ghost stories and into a little bit of a conspiracies. I don't know if you guys heard it or not, but there's like a mirror world to ours, and like the mirrors are the gateways and stuff like that.
You believe that?
I don't believe that, but it's interesting. The theories that have like come up and the conspiracies and stuff. I think it's interesting to think about. I don't necessarily believe it though.
So kind of like the Mandela effect.
oh,
Well, Mandela.
so the flat earthers found a way through the mirror dimension to come here because that's
Shut
what
up.
their Earth looks like.
Mandela effect is different.
No, it is. Yeah, go ahead.
Is-
I've never heard the mirror effect.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just like it could be also like just a creepypasta or something I heard, but so it could be just pure fiction. It most likely is, but like I feel like I've heard conspiracies at least surrounding this mirror world that we see every time we look in the mirror and stuff like that.
Well, even
That's
like
weird.
like
Every
if
time
you
I
look
look
at-
in the mirror, I see myself, but
Yeah,
from the
you're-
left to the right.
You're seeing your mirrored self, your mirror world self. There's been people like taking videos where they'll put their like face up to the mirror and kind of have the camera, and they'll again with videos you can edit them and stuff like that, but like they'll be looking around, like their eyeballs will be moving, and then they'll stop, and then the eyeballs in the mirror will be looking in a different direction for like a second or two, and then line back up with the person
Mhm.
that's recording.
Yeah, I've
Wha-
seen that on like paranormal videos too, like where a
Yeah.
girl's sitting there doing her hair in the mirror or whatever, and then like she looks back, and then the reflection doesn't move at the
Yeah,
like at the right
completely
time
out.
or something. Yeah,
Oh
And then
God,
it's still facing you, like it's two people looking at into the camera or whatever.
this is called like Peter Pan. With the shadow tied to Peter Pan.
Yeah, basically, yeah, it's just in the mirror.
yeah.
Yeah, it's just
Well,
I don't know.
either way, it's interesting though. Like you
You-
can say Peter
hold
Pan,
on.
but Peter Pan made it into its own movie. You know?
No, hold on, Taylor. Did you watch that movie with Kiefer Sutherland? And that's what it's called, Mirrors. And what you're describing is what was in that movie.
Well, it was a horror movie.
Yeah, it is.
I remember Oculus.
Yeah, Oculus was kind of trippy. Oculus. Was
Yeah, like
I did.
that one was good.
That's the one where she goes to eat her apple. And
Yeah, and
Mhm.
it's
Mhm.
a light bulb.
Kind of.
Yeah, it's like a 60 watt.
Yeah, dude. Nice crunch to this Granny Smith here. She's pulling shards of glass out of her cheek and like the tongue, and then it splits back and she's eating an apple again. Spoilers.
Oh,
It's okay.
Why did you-
Let it come out in like
Okay.
2014.
Yeah, it came out later.
You're safe. Too much stuff to look into
unpack.
out there. I don't know. There's a million ghost videos. There's a million stories. There's a million like creepy things where I don't know. It's some of it's just fun to kind of
Oh.
take a look at
Okay,
and explore. Yeah.
let me ask both of you, what's the most scariest thing that you've ever experienced between the two of you? Like, not between the two of you, but
So I was going poop at Darian's house.
Oh my
I
God.
looked over at his door and I saw myself taking a poop in the mirror on the
Oh God. Perfect.
I saw myself wipe. God. No.
No, for reals though, the scariest thing that I saw. So I was driving the Price Canyon. Like this isn't a scary, like paranormal, scary, ghost, spooky story, but like I don't know. It
No,
was
real life scary.
it's a real life scary, yeah. Like this was
Yeah.
definitely the scariest thing I've ever seen because it
Was you in the Ford Focus?
Yeah, I was in the Ford Focus. I probably told you already.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was driving the Ford Focus. It was like 5 in the morning. We were going up to Yu-Gi-Oh! Regionals. So I had Trevor and Ben with me. And we were driving to the canyon. And at the rest stop, some person just pulled out into the middle of the road to try and go left. So go in the opposite direction of what I'm going. But they pulled out in the middle and decided that they didn't have enough time to like get into the left lane without hitting, like us colliding. So instead of like either waiting for me, because it's 5 in the morning, it's dark outside, you can see headlights.
Right.
There's no blind, like, oh, this car came out of nowhere. And the rest area is pretty straight away. Like there's no huge turns. But yeah, so they pulled out into the middle of the road and just slammed on their brakes. And like I had split second had to swerve around them. And so I didn't T-bone them. And I didn't miraculously flip the car or anything like that. I don't know how I did it, but yeah, that was super spooky.
Well, you have an angel on your shoulder. Okay, Darian, wrap it up.
Oh, it's one of the scariest things I've ever experienced. Yeah, again, was just like the whisper in the ear. That wasn't really too scary. So mine's more real world, I guess. Yeah, it was probably when I was still towing. The one where that lady burned was pretty.
Oh,
that one was pretty weird.
Yeah.
And then
that was horrible. You called me that night.
There was another one, and like there wasn't a body or anything in it, but there was blood all over in the car. And the car was really unstable on top of it, and I had somebody like gawking, so they were just trying to sit and get close so they could look at it. But I was worried something was gonna fly off and go through their windshield and kill them, so I was super scared. Like
you called me that night too.
Yeah, so that was probably one of the scarier things. I would say, even though like I guess I wasn't afraid of my life. But I was afraid I was going to end somebody else's and then probably spend the rest of mine or a lot of it in jail or something.
So the same question goes to you, Natty Like Jesus.
Natty Like Jesus? Excuse me, sir. It's Michelob Ultra.
Michelob Ultra.
Plus Ultra.
Okay, the scariest thing. Non-compassion, I think, for, everything, all of us on this planet. That's scary if we don't have any compassion.
Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe for more.